Republican Congressman Blake Farenthold of Texas joins me now from McAllen, Texas, on the border. Congressman, good morning to you, sir.
Chuck, good morning.
I want to talk to you about this issue, number one, of trying to ease the burden a bit on Texas and Arizona when it comes to this current crisis and try to transfer some of these migrants temporarily to places like California, Oklahoma, and Virginia. It's being met with huge protests. What do you say to those communities in these other states? Make your plea as to why they should be helping out.
Listen, we've got such a flood that all of the facilities in Texas are busting at the seams. We're housing them at Lackland Air Force Base. We're housing them at all sorts of facilities. Anything we can find, we're using. And it takes time to get these children processed and reunited with an adult that'll eventually take care of them.
It's funny you put it that way. Do you understand? Obviously, you've been getting some, probably hearing from your own constituents. Do you understand why there are protests, or do you think that these protests are a bit uninformed?
I think the protests are uninformed. There's a facility that houses several hundred of these children 4 blocks from my home in Corpus Christi, Texas. It's not a problem for the community. This is a humanitarian crisis. The whole country needs to step up and help out.
So I take it that the request from the president, he's estimated, and I think it comes from Jay Johnson at Homeland Security, of a need of about $2 billion, more Border Patrol agents, more facilities, speeding up the process of making these decisions about deportation. I take it, in general, you're going to be supportive of this?
We've got to speed up the process. They're going to keep coming until the word on the street in Central America becomes you're not going to be able to stay. But right now, any of these kids that get here, they're processed, reunited with an adult, and it takes years before they get their hearing. So if we can come up with a procedure to expedite the deportation procedures, it would definitely help.
Let me ask you about the impact this is having on the broader immigration debate. You represent a district that's basically 50-50, 50% Hispanic, 50% non-Hispanic. Do you believe that this current crisis has made it much harder to get any sort of larger immigration reform done, even though they technically don't have anything to do with each other?
I think politically it may, but this needs to be and can be addressed on its own. If the problem with these children is lumped into a comprehensive immigration reform package, the kids are being used as pawns by hardcore zealots that are pro-amnesty and pro-open border. That I don't think you'd have any problem getting legislation through the House to have expedited deportation procedures, getting more judges down to prosecute or hear these cases. Yeah. I don't think there'd be a problem with that, but I think these kids are a pawn in the bigger immigration debate.